What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to ISW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Hua Chenyu, Conversations with Children of Mars. This is a request by Rosa. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. She said that this is a song written by Hua and some Martians. That sounds very interesting. I'm excited to see what creative concept he has created today. By the way, if I understood it correctly, I'm recording this on the 7th of February, which I think is the birthday of Hua Chenyu. If I understood Rosa correctly, I think he's at the moment playing a couple of birthday concerts, which I guess has to be an amazing experience. So yeah, happy birthday. And I think it's very fitting that I'm checking out a song by him today, even if you're seeing it a couple days later. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. If you want to be like Rosa and support me at my channel, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee page where you can request songs, or you can check out my Patreon where you can find some exclusive content and also some other things. The links are in the description if you're interested. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it.
我呢，其实我在刚入行的时候，写的第一首歌叫做《Why Nobody Fights》。当时呢，其实，是我刚刚出道，然后我呢和我的歌迷之间的情感，是我通过我在比赛的时候，我们彼此之间建立的一个情感，然后。当时的我其实是一个比较，有一点点害羞，然后也有一点点不太适应这个行业，然后有一种迷迷糊糊的就进到了这个行业里来，对，然后，所以其实我觉得，我的歌迷是我留在这个行业的一个支撑我的一个动力。所以我的第一首歌，我就觉得我应该写一首属于我们彼此之间的一首歌。然后，但是你们也知道，就其实很多人在写歌的时候都是感谢自己的歌迷。那其实我有想过。是要写一个什么样子的？但是其实我觉得，如果仅仅只是你们一直在听我唱歌，我写一首感谢歌迷的歌，它有点不太像，就是不太像我的性格。然后我就觉得，是不是可以把你们都写到歌里面，让你们一起来唱？这样的话会有一种。让你们会觉得我们是一个共同的一体的这样的存在，所以我写了《Why Nobody Fights》。后来过了5年，然后到了我说今年是个新世界，那我也在想，我是不是应该为新世界写一首新的我们的歌？然后，所以我今年写的这首歌会跟Why Nobody Fights 不一样的是，我会根据我们彼此已经相互守护了5年，然后我们的情感并不仅停留在我比快男时期的样子。这5年来我们经历了很多，就是你们经历了很多，我也经历了很多，然后但是我们彼此还都在。甚至是我们从一个很小的一个场馆一直开到了鸟巢，所以我觉得这是一个相互守护的一个状态。所以我觉得这几年来，我想把我新世界的自己写给 大家，然后我想开始跟大家分享我的喜怒哀乐。对。所以这首歌叫《与火星的孩子对话》，它不仅仅这个火星的孩子，其实并不完全是指我，它其实是指每一个在火星的孩子。对，也可以说是我在与你们对话，也可以是你们在与我对话。那今天我要来唱这首歌，我们一起来完成这个作品。
Yeah, that sounds very creative again. Also, the way he says all this sounds so authentic, so honest. Like it's not a character he plays or something, but it seems like it's just truly him talking about his emotions, about his connection with the fans. Very cool.
开始了。我看着爱笑，却还有些失落和悲伤。
Okay.
看着自信，却还有些退缩和逃避。那些退缩，那些逃避，请你别在意。我看着努力，却还有些拒绝和懒惰。
That's so cool that it's like a real conversation.
我看着坚强，却还有些脆弱和疑惑。那些脆弱，那些疑惑，有它的意义。那些感受慢慢被阻碍。我摸不到那痛苦，我看着坚持，却还有些放弃和冷漠。那些放弃，那些冷漠，要做你自己。我看着勇敢，却还有些害怕和怯懦。那些害怕，那些怯懦，我们在这里。那些光芒渐渐被掩盖，我再不投下一幕。
So beautiful.
每当我还相信好的结局，有个声音在说，可笑的是我。每当我还愿意伸手靠近，有坏阴影揣着我。别再甩着我，我想再次用力前窜。虽然不说，至少有你在这
请来。我等到了这礼物，我有时难过，却还有些快乐和骄傲。我有时孤独，却还有些抚慰和感动。这个结局是我的期待，我会一直为你祝福。
晚安，明天见。
Wow. Damn, he always gets me with his emotional songs. Wow, what a performance, what a song, what a concept, what an atmosphere, what a great message. Just amazing, just awesome. I pretty much had chills throughout the entire song again. Also because it included one of my favorite things. If you've watched a couple of my reactions, you probably know it. I'm always getting chills, and I always love it when many people like sing together, because it shows like such a deep connection within the audience, within like those people, but also to the artist. And this whole concept was built around that idea, and I just love it also because you can feel, you can hear the passion of the crowd that sings along. I don't know, I would be interested, maybe you know it and can tell me if there is also like a backing track, like recorded vocals for the parts of the Martians, or if it's just the crowd that's present at the venue, because it sounded so perfect and it felt like no one missed any timing or any word or something he says, and it truly shows that he's got such a great connection with his fans that he would probably just trust them to do it this perfectly. I don't know, I would be interested if there's like some kind of backup plan if something goes wrong, that there's some kind of recorded backing vocals for those parts. It didn't really feel like it, but maybe you know it. I think it's also great how he's able to create such an emotional and beautiful atmosphere that's still so full and has so much depth with just him, his fans, and the piano, with beautiful piano melodies, which he also plays differently each time, fitting to the dynamics with which he sings. So there are parts where he sings more softly, more calmly, and also plays the piano that way in those parts. And there are moments where he builds up with the piano and with his voice, singing more intensely, pretty powerful and kind of climactic in those moments. And then he drops back again into a softer singing, I think towards the end, very, very softly, almost whispered with a lot of vocal cracks, deliberate and very, very quiet singing. And also while he does that, he's just playing like some high notes on the piano without like the full chords on his left hand. And I think that's amazing that it fits this perfectly, and that he creates such a development throughout the song with his voice and with his style of playing alone. And of course the whole structure with this call and response conversation is something I haven't heard before. Maybe there are concepts like this with that idea, but to really do it like that, to have like two different parts that change and that really sound like a dialogue, and then also including the fans to take one part, is once again very creative, very special, and very unique, something I haven't seen before. And even though the song is titled like that, Conversations with Children of Mars, I couldn't have imagined it to be like this, like a real conversation that also has a message that's great like that. Because from his opening monologue, you could feel that it's honest what he says. It's authentic. He really means what he says. There is a true connection between him and his fans, and it's not just playing a character to get the fans attached to him or something. It's really a true connection, and he's really grateful for them. I think you can feel that when he's talking about them, and that also reflects in the lyrics, having this conversation about self-acceptance, vulnerability, loneliness in the world he's living in. Maybe also a little bit about confusion, but on the other hand, this unconditional love of his fans, and also the mutual support coming from both sides, because I can imagine he helped a lot of people with his songs, because he's able to talk about such emotional topics and create great atmospheres, and just songs that are personal, that have a message. And I think he helps and supports his fans with that, and music is a thing, I know that from experience, that can help you through dark times and through struggles and challenges. And I think it's great to see that it works the other way around as well, that he needs his fans, he needs the support of his fans, and they are there for him as well, that they give him hope and strength for his darker times too. And I think the song, not just musically, I've talked about that, but also lyrically, has like this emotional arc, this development, this evolution, because I feel like in the beginning he's talking about or a lot about his self-doubts, about how he truly feels inside. He then continues to do that and goes on to acknowledge these weaknesses, even though like it's maybe seeming different from the outside. Then in the next step, kind of accepting all of that, and in the end closing this emotional arc with gratitude for his fans, describing not being alone anymore, and feeling understood. And I really like this message. Also that a popular singer artist like him shows that he struggles sometimes, that he has his challenges, him showing vulnerability, showing his pain and loneliness, and that he also needs comfort and support. And then also showing that he gets that through his music, through his fans, that this connection works both ways, I think is great. And I think it's also encouraging other people to talk about their feelings, to talk about their struggles, to talk about their vulnerability, their loneliness, their maybe disconnection. And he shows that talking about that and having people around you that support you helps you through those times. I think that's an important message, even if we don't have hundreds of thousands or millions of fans we can talk to. We should still talk to people, talk to our loved ones, talk to our friends or whoever you're trusting. Maybe even talk to a professional if you have no one else you can talk to, or even if you have someone else to talk to. I think therapy is still a great thing and can still help, because that can lead to healing. Thank you so much, Rosa, for this request. I loved it. Another great song, another very creative concept by Hua Chenyu. He's just transporting emotions in so many different ways again in this one song. I love the concept, the connection with his fans. I love this back and forth with the audience and him singing, all while having this emotional, beautiful atmosphere with great piano melodies, an awesome use of his voice, of the dynamics of his voice. Obviously, once again, performed perfectly by him, without a flaw. By the way, while I'm talking about performing or the performance, I think it once again looked very cool again. Very cool looking piano that spins, I think, when he was singing. I think it maybe even lifted above the ground, and in the end, I guess it's the last song of this set, like going into the ground as an exit of the stage. So very cool looking once again as well, just a side notice. But awesome song, awesome performance, awesome concept, and an amazing message he's sending that's very authentic, very honest, and that I think, on maybe a different level, but many people can relate with. Please let me know what other songs by him I should check out, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.